And finally, on Delaware Perspective today, we're talking about an important agency that gives back to women and girls, trying to help them get their lives together through philanthropy, through giving money. It's a wonderful thing, and it is the Delaware Fund for Women. And two people who are with me this morning to talk more about that is Kay Keenan with the Delaware Fund for Women, and Marcy Perkins, who's one of the grantees through the funding. We'll talk a little bit about that as well. But Kay, this has been around since 1993.
Correct.
And more than $2 million have been given to various organizations that specifically help women and girls, correct?
Correct. In Delaware.
In Delaware.
Great concept was a group of women said, gee, if we could get 1,000 women to give $1,000, we'd have $1 million. And we could change the work and lives of women and girls in Delaware. We now have $3.2 million in our endowment.
Wow.
We have more than 1,600 people that have become founders. And the bad news is we still need more money.
Sure.
The need is greater than what we can do every year.
Because you get requests from organizations for help.
We are in our grant cycle right now, Rick, and we've had 91 organizations that are
in
all
Delaware?
In Delaware, all 501c3s that are asking for money, and they're asking for more than $1 million in total. And they can only ask for 15. Each organization can ask for about 15,000, and we have roughly 160,000 to give. So the need is much greater than what we have currently.
Okay, but I'm sure there's so many wonderful stories of girls and women who have prospered through the good fortune. And we're talking about some of the organizations. They have to be a 501 organization.
501c3.
501c3 that specifically helps women or girls to get their...
The program they were asking for funding does.
Okay.
So we have traditionally funded other programs. Friendship House is a great example.
Okay.
They have programs for men and women, but we fund the women's program.
Okay, so well, let's talk about that, Marcy. With the Friendship House. Now, exactly what is Friendship House?
Friendship House is a nonprofit organization that works with homeless men, women, and children
in Delaware,
in Newcastle County, specifically.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And the particular program that the Fund for Women has assisted is our Women's Transitional Housing Program, which is for women who have made a decision to change their lives for the better. So they've come from prison, they've come from the domestic violence shelter, they've come from a drug and alcohol rehab center. They make a commitment to be with us for a year and work on all their issues in that time. Okay. And most recently, the Fund for Women has helped us with procuring dental care, which is not funded by Medicaid for adults.
And we're looking at pictures here. I guess these are some of the activities that the women partake in at Friendship House.
Yes, gardening and fixing up the houses. This is actually a group of realtors that come once a year and help us spruce up our gardens for the women.
Wonderful. So the money that that you would get from the Delaware Fund for Women, which, and again, it's about usually about 15 grand. How will that be used?
This year, this grant cycle that we're finishing now, we have an agreement with a local dental clinic that they will see our women, give them a full exam, x-rays, and anything they need, from partial plates to dentures to fillings, and we're using the Fund for Women money for that purpose because drug use ruins your teeth.
Yes.
So to get a good job that's going to be sustaining for them, they really need to look their best. And it helps their self-esteem.
Yes.
It helps them get jobs, and
it improves their lives.
It improves their lives.
Right.
Yes.
Well, you know, we're talking about, Kate, that you need money as philanthropic as you are, and as all the good works you still need money to come in. So how can people who are out there watching be a part of the Delaware Fund for Women and to help you to help other organizations?
Well, they can go to the website and they will find an application to become a founder.
Okay, and this is the website, delcf.org/FFW.
And a founder is a person that makes a commitment to give us $1,000. They can do it over 5 years, so $200 a year for 5 years starts to be a more reasonable number. And even better, you can do it quarterly, so it's $50 a quarter.
Okay.
And once you become a founder, that money is then used in perpetuity. We put it in the endowment, and we pull out money every year from it. So it really allows your gift to go on forever.
That's all right. Now, what if someone is saying, well, I can't give $1,000, but I would love to participate. Can I give you 100, or maybe can I give you...
You can.
Okay.
You can. And we would encourage you to still think about saying, I want to be a founder, and if that means I have to give you $100 a year for 10 years, we're not going to say no. But we really like people to make that commitment, and it's really the only commitment they have to make, Rick. We don't make you come to meetings. We don't expect you to do work. That's why I joined 10 years ago. I thought, gee, I'm a working mother. I had a big career. I had lots of stuff going on. So I just gave my money. Now, 10 years later, I'm about to become chair of the organization. But time has its place and what you can do.
And since doing this since 1993, how many different wonderful stories do you hear, have you come across? Do you keep in touch with the various recipients who might have been touched, whose lives have been improved because of the fund?
We do. In fact, we just celebrated Fun for Women Day across the state of Delaware, starting with Carla Markell, the governor's wife, being recognized, and then the governor declared it Fun for Women Day. And there we invited many of our past recipients to come and join us, and it was a phenomenal day. But what I love is the random running into people. And Marcy and I were talking about a woman who actually has gone through this dental care program, is now making in the $50,000 range, and she attributes it to the fact that no one knows she had a drug addiction in her past.
That's great. That's wonderful. And it's not just the women, but it's small girls who are also
And I actually say families, because you know, you help a mother be able to get back into the workplace. If she has a son, the son's going to benefit, and the entire family benefits.
Now, you have 1,600 founders?
Yes.
And these, again, these are people who have committed to giving
$1,000.
For however long?
It's a one-time gift of $1,000.
Okay.
But many of them are doing it on a payment plan to get there.
That's wonderful. Well, Marcy, where do you hear from the people at the Friendship House, the women who benefit from them? Do you actually see how their lives are changing for the better?
Gosh, yes. They come back from the dentist with their front teeth restored, pearly white, and they have big wide grins on, and they are much more confident going out into the world. They feel better about themselves. They're much more attractive to employers. The one woman we were talking to is a hairstylist, and she could not have gotten her job with missing front teeth.
Wow. Not only is she a hairstylist, she's managing the salon.
That's right. She's the manager of the salon. So it really is life-changing to do small things for people so then they can take charge of their lives.
That's wonderful. Well, once again, the website, delcf.org, FFW. Anyone can become a founder. Anyone can participate.
You can become a founder, Rick. We'd love to have you.
It sounds like a wonderful program. It really does. Well, thank you both for coming.
Thank you.
Good luck and congratulations for all the good work you do since 1993. You've been around.
Yes, sir.
Well, thank you very much. Well, that's going to do it for Delaware Perspective. Thank you once again to Kay Keenan, Marcy Perkins. Thank you at home for tuning in. And of course, we'll see you next time on another Delaware Perspective here on 6ABC. I'm Rick Williams. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.